Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime, and welcome back to another gameplay video of the Crew Motorfest beta. So in the last video, I did actually say I was going to do some off-roading, but I figured I might as well finish the rest of the Made in Japan playlist. I did check it. I only have maybe let me see, 4 more activities to do on here, because these are all the ones I did, which also, if you did know, this is like the place, the activities where you can actually see all the playlists you have to do. I have the off-roading, the 911 Porsche story, the classic, and an electric car playlist. So very interesting. But I do have like 3 more or 4 more events in here. One of them does include the drifting, so I do want to experience the drifting part of this playlist. So yeah, let's jump into the next activity on the Made in Japan playlist. But I really do want to get to some other playlists as well. So yeah, let's jump into it. Now, I wonder how much the drifting has changed since the Crew 2. Which, in the Crew 2, I mean, the drifting wasn't too bad per se, but it was very interesting. You had to kind of, figure it out, compared to like other racing games where drifting is like extremely easy to figure out. But this is, you had to like truly figure it out. Like, you had to get into a groove when it came to the Crew 2. So let's see if they maybe improved on the drifting just a bit in the Motorfest. Again, we get the RX-7 again. Alright, so I'm actually in manual.
Hey Hotshot, it's me, Hinata.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Incredible, you did beat Hayato in that Toge duel. I knew it. There's something about you.
Not bad, not bad.
Hayato is one of the best racers I know. Kudos.
Okay.
And now, welcome to my playground, the drift track.
Okay. Drifting's actually not too bad. You just throw it into a corner, really.
As you already know, drifting was born in Japan. That is where you'll find the biggest drifting scene and some of the best drifting spots.
I'm literally throwing the car into the corner here, holding the gas pedal down.
The is one of the most famous places in the world for drifting.
I'm drifting.
Designed by drifters,
pretty cool.
For drifters. Who knows? Maybe Motorfest will get you drifting.
One thing
there
though,
someday.
it does seem to be the same as the Crew 2 in terms of earning points. That is, what you want to do is you want to stay off the wall as much as you can, because if you do, you get those drifting bonuses. Okay, I'm just
How do you feel about my modded RX-7? Tougher yet still elegant?
Doing pretty good.
That is my RX-7 2.0 for you. Because Japanese car culture isn't only famous for its drifting history, it also brought modded cars to another level, among many other things.
Come on. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be like a groove.
Come on, you're almost done. Push that beauty to its limit. You have my permission.
I think what I need to do is I need to slow down into these corners. Yeah, I see what I'm doing wrong now. Like, I need to, I guess, like, not use as much of the steering. Well, let's try that again. I want to try that. I want to know how the new drifting physics are. Okay, let's try it again.
Hey Hotshot, it's me, Hinata. Incredible, you did beat Hayato in that Toge duel. I knew it. There's something about you. Hayato is one of the best racers I know. Kudos.
Okay, throw it into the corner.
And now, welcome to my playground, the drift track.
Keep hitting the wall. Oh my gosh. Come on, keep it steady.
As you already know, drifting was born in Japan. That is where you'll find the biggest drifting scene and some of the best drifting spots, of course. Like, the Ebisu circuit is one of the most famous places in the world for drifting. Designed by drifters, for drifters. Who knows? Maybe Motorfest will get you drifting there someday.
The guy into going to Japan, maybe? Japan DLC.
brought my modded RX-7, tougher yet still elegant. That is my RX-7 2.0 for you. Because Japanese car culture isn't only famous for its drifting history, it also brought modded cars to another level, among many other
I think
things.
I got the hang of this now. Yeah, see, there's like a certain rhythm you have to get into. Yep. So, essentially, really, all you gotta do is just hit the gas pedal, throw it into the corners, don't touch the steering whatsoever, just let the car go into the corners. Like right now, I'm not even touching the controls, or at least the steering. At least not as much as I normally would if I was in a different racing game. So yeah, the drifting's actually not too bad. It's actually much more smoother than it was in the Crew 2. Alright, heading over to the next race here. And before we do, I would like to share something I did find on the delivery section for the Honda S2000. This little Corone, sort of like Itasha-ish design. Someone managed to make a little like Itasha design of Corone, in complete dog form, that is, on the Honda S2000, which also I would like to bring up when it comes to liveries on this game. Now, normally when you have a game like this, especially the Crew 2, when you make liveries, normally you're only able to share the livery with the communities that are on the same platform as you, such as people who are on the PS5, or people on the Xbox Series, or people who are on the PC. If you share them to, you know, any of those platforms, only the people on those platforms would be able to access those liveries. But with the Crew Motorfest, not only is this game cross-platform, which if you didn't know, yes, this is a cross-platform game. You can play with people who are on PS5, on PC, and Xbox Series. You can play with everybody now. Not only can you play together online, you can also share liveries to everybody on different platforms. So if I'm on the PS5 and a person on Xbox Series is making these really cool, awesome Itasha wraps that I just can't seem to get, you know who you are, and you might know who I'm talking about. They might be watching my video, but they know who they are. I can now have access to their Itasha wraps now and their designs from different consoles, and you just can't do this in other games. I mean, the only one that's actually come even close to doing this was the Forza Horizon series, which only allowed you to cross-play from PC to Xbox. Obviously, it's only exclusive to Xbox and PC. Obviously, PlayStation can't get because exclusive to Xbox and PC, but that's really the only game that was allowing such a thing to happen. So it's really kind of cool to see that Ivory Tower has decided to make that a thing, and not just make it a thing for, the consoles, but you can even get these wraps from PC and stuff. So this might actually help the library of liveries grow a little bit more, since we now have access to not only the PS5 liveries, but also liveries from other consoles and PC as well. So yeah, it's kind of cool. What we got next here? We got drift. What we got next here? We got drag racing. Okay, never really was a big fan of drag racing, not even in the Crew 1. I'm just not a big fan of drag racing in general. That's just me personally. Like, it doesn't matter what game it is, even back in like the Underground series. Like, I'm just not a drag person. I'm more into drifting. That's just how I am. Drifting, road racing, street racing, all that. But drag racing, I mean, I'll do it, but it's not really my biggest thing that I'm interested in. But let's see if this has improved from the Crew 2. Now, let's see here. Alright. Okay, so they still got us, burning out our tires to get to the green spot. And, okay, this doesn't seem very different. It seems pretty the same, which, I mean, in all honesty, it didn't really need to change anything with the drag racing. Not even from the Crew 1. From the Crew 1 to the Crew 2, I think it was literally just the same thing. Like, there's really nothing to improve when it comes to drag racing, unless there are people who are like drag racing enthusiasts who, you know, who are like hardcore on this mode in the Crew series. I mean, who knows? That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, I'm not really doing too good. I got like 2 bads. Oh my goodness, okay. Finally got perfect there. And I used my nitrous too early. I used my nitrous way too early. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, that was bad. I'll admit that one was actually pretty bad. Alright, let's see if we can improve here. Alright. Okay, keep her in green. And then shift perfectly. Okay, I missed the perfect shift. Alright. And I got one more. And nitrous all the way. Alright, not bad. Not bad, so we'll skip all that and see how we did. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I beat it. That's good to know. Because honestly, I think I was doing like really, really bad on that. But somehow managed to get through all of it. Yeah, though.
Good job, driver. New challenges lie ahead.
But yeah, though, really liking this Corona Itasha. And again, I really am stoked to see what the community has to offer, especially now since everybody from every platform will be able to share their raps, not just Itasha raps either, but just any rap in general, to every single console. It's gonna be wild. I can't wait for this game to come out. It looks really promising. The handling's good, the vibe is good. I'm pretty excited. I think I'm going to be pre-ordering this game pretty soon. And I think actually I might pre-order the most expensive version actually. If this game truly like impresses me, which it already kind of is impressing me. So yeah, let's get over to the next one. Again though, I really want to get to the off-roading portion of the game. I kind of just want to get done with this so I can move on. Oh, isn't this the exclusive Evo from the Crew 2? Very interesting. Oh, we're throwing us into this car. Oh, that's the, no, that's not the new Type R. I want to get a crack at the new Type R, though. Another race with stunning visuals.
For the Made in Japan experience. Nice. Out of this world, customs owning the city.
Well, you got your wish. Everybody's car is on top of their game, especially your new ride.
Liking the vibe,
Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X.
But as I said in the last video, it really is cool they're bringing this idea that they started in the Crew 2 by just, you know, changing the overall map to make it look like you're in a completely different area. I like that. It adds more to the game. Like, even if this game doesn't get a map expansion, at least we'll get to experience something different every time they come out with an update. So it is cool.
The Evo X, or previously known as Concept X and Prototype X, is the final form of the
I wish I could use my Evo. I mean, this Evo is not bad, but I do have an Evo that I ported over from the Crew 2 into this game. I can't even touch it. Stay off the wall there. Oh, it has a headlight thingy. Pretty cool. I mean, that's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I'm just like so like overwhelmed by the graphics. It just looks so cool. Alright, heading into lap 2 and pretty far ahead. That's pretty good. I didn't actually boost up the difficulty. I think there are options in here to actually make this game a little bit harder, but I chose not to because really I'm just trying to get a feel for this game right now. I don't want to go too hard. I mean, when the game comes out, then I'll just go full throttle and try to put it on the hardest difficulty. But for right now, though, just need to get a feel of the game, how it feels, and it feels great. I have no complaints. I really don't.
Guys, told you
I
wanted
really
to
don't.
do a great
It's
job,
probably
right?
the first time in a while I played a game and I just don't have any complaints. I just don't. Like, even with Need for Speed Unbound, yeah, the game was okay, but I still had lots of complaints. Which I haven't played Unbound in a long time. I don't know. I think I might
Don't get too
revisit that
excited. You're
game
just a host in
sometime
that fantasy.
Watch out. Host
in
can be
the
dangerous,
next
Mrs. Abernathy.
coming
Hey, I
weeks,
got that,
maybe.
ref.
I wonder if they'd be willing to, like,
The finish line's just a few
make
seconds away,
a
guys. It's now or never.
race where we can race on like a made like this type of area,
This was the
and just
mid-2
drive, you know, around the highway and do crazy stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they can do something like that. Who knows? But that's another win here on the Crew Motorfest. Now let's head on to the
Congratulations,
next
driver.
race.
You've ascended.
Alright, here we go. Wasn't too far from the last location. And we get to drive a Toyota Supra. I think this is going to be a Toyota Supra that we drove, or that I drove in the first video of the intro. Ooh, look at that. Absolutely, this is so awesome. I love this. These are basically all the cars that we drove, or that I drove throughout the
Newbies
playlist.
playing hard to get. Hold on.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Toyota Supra is officially in the crew. That is awesome. And not only that, we do also have the A90 Supra as well. But I mean, just to have Toyota in the crew, it really is awesome to see that. Ooh, yo, hear that engine? Let's go! Yes. And we're off. Alright, I'm gonna try to be really focused here. There goes the Eclipse. Nice to see that car in the game again.
This is the final race.
Nice to see all the Mitsubishis back in the game as well. So yeah, they really are making an effort to bring some well-known JDM vehicles into this game. I mean, yeah, you know, the R34 is cool and all, but you know, it's kind of, you know,
It was a pleasure showing you around, my
there
friend.
are more
You
other,
definitely
there are
fulfilled
more
your end of the
cars
bargain.
other than the
True.
Skyline,
Didn't get bored,
which I guess
not
is
even
why
once.
they're bringing in,
Yeah,
you know, the
okay.
Nissan
You
S
kinda
chassis,
did a
the
good job.
R32,
This
the
could be a
Toyota
spot for you
Supra in the
whenever
game,
you decide to come
and then
to
we got
Japan
all the
for some more action.
Mitsubishis in the game as well as some Hondas. So that is cool to see. It's awesome.
Newbie wants to take the lead.
It really is awesome that we now have much more variety. Look at this though. This kind of almost reminds me of Cyberpunk. Yeah. Which I mean, in all honesty, Japan has always kind of been the technically a cyberpunk-ish type of place, at least Tokyo anyway. And they are really in the future over in that country.
Looks like you got yourself a special car for this race. What a ride.
Courtesy of the Motorfest, I presume.
Pumped up Toyota Supra A80. Solid choice.
Couldn't be more appropriate, actually. The Supra was specifically designed at the time to rival most of our cars, Skyline, NSX, or RX-7. And that customization looks flawless.
Pretty cool. But remember, nothing beats the R34.
Funny way to pronounce NSX.
And can you imagine doing this race and having a whole bunch of friends in here with anime raps, or even just Japanese theme raps? That would just be really, really cool. I hope we get these type of maps or these type of races in the online mode and get to use these races in online mode and race with people on these maps, because in the PvP mode in the Crew 2
wait
you
for that
didn't
car.
actually get to race these races in PvP mode. Like, you just raced a bunch of, you know, standard races that were in the game since day one. But, you know,
How come our new
I
buddy
hope we
didn't
get
get to
to,
drive
you
high
know,
as
see these type of
MX-5?
maps
Fair
in
point.
online
Who
in
knows?
PvP
Another
mode.
time, maybe. There's still so much
That
about
would be
Japanese
really
racing
cool.
we didn't touch on.
Are we talking, guys, or are we showing our new member who the top dogs are in this pack?
Corner. Yes, I really do like that. That little drifting figure. Let's do it. Can I do it? Woo, I like that. See, it's like, it's not like break the drift. It's like, unlike in Need for Speed Unbound, where, you know, it's either you break the drift or you know, hit the corners, you know, the way you want to. You have the option in this game to either take the corners, you know, normally, or drift into it, or do both. I mean, you can kind of go into the corner and then just end up kind of like sliding like that.
Did you get that, driver? He said let's punch it.
Hey, let me focus a little bit more here. Guy in the back is kind of catching up. What are you guys thinking about this game, huh? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you impressed by it? I'm impressed with it, personally. I'm kind of ready for this game. I hope it is as good as it seems. And there we go. First place with the A80 Supra in the Crew Motorfest. It's pretty freaking cool. And I think we have actually completed the entire playlist. This is the last one, I think. Unless they give us a race we can use our own vehicle, which would be awesome because I would like to use my own vehicle. Let's continue here.
Don't forget to grab your reward vehicle, driver.
Get a reward vehicle?
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Alright, so I can only assume that maybe the reward vehicle is the Supra we just drove. So let me head over there and see, which it's gonna take a while for me to get over there. Like I said, it's no joke when I say that, you know,
Hi there.
it is
Welcome
kind
back on
of
this side of the
like, even though this
Pacific.
map is a
We've
little
got
bit
one last
small,
surprise for you, driver.
it
Let's head
does
back to the
take a while
container.
to get from location to location, so it's not really as small as you think it is, but it does take a while to get from location to location. Alright, so according to the AI map thing, apparently we are doing the Toyota Supra, so that is pretty cool. Get to ride that car outside of the races. Pretty cool to see. Let's go and collect our vehicle. Oh, cool. They're giving us a little cutscene here. Look at this. I wonder, are we gonna get intros like this every time we win a car in the Motorfest? Alright, so we completed the Made in Japan playlist. Now it's time to head over to the off-roading playlist here.
New playlist ahead. Let's go.
Let's look at this Toyota Supra here for a second. Looking pretty nice though. Now, one thing I did notice, and I am a little bit concerned about it, and I won't even look at the Toyota Supra yet. I'll look at, let me see here, where is my Honda S2000? Here it is. Okay, so I did notice, unlike in the Crew 2, for some strange reason, the preset cars, like in Motorfest, you can't actually put a livery on the vehicle. Now, you can actually change the color of it. Yeah, you can change the color, you can change the, you know, like the body kits and everything like that, but you can't actually put another livery. Unlike the other cars, let me see if I can find it here. I know there was a, where's that old Mitsubishi that, yeah, there it is. Like this, you can actually put a livery on this vehicle because it is like plain stock red. You can't really I don't think you can actually change the color. Yeah, you can't actually change the color on here. So they allow you to put a livery on here, which is awesome, but you know, you just can't put a livery on the Motorfest cars, because this car comes from the Crew 2, but this is a Motorfest vehicle, so I don't know. I hope that's not the same here. And oh my, yeah, that might actually be a running theme in this game. Oh dear. I mean, shoot, you can't even change the visual parts here. I mean, I guess you could put vanities on there, but I mean, at least let us change the wheels or even the color. Huh. And we cannot put a livery on this crazy cool customized Supra, which is kind of a shame. A little bit disappointing. I guess you could say that's my first disappointment. As I just said a little bit earlier, I'm actually completely okay with the game. That's probably the most disappointing thing, but it's a minor thing. I don't think it'll kill the game truly. Anyway, so let's get over to the next playlist. Well, first of all, can we just hear this engine? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to do a little pull here. Oh, that sounds so good. Yo, can we get a cockpit view here? Let's see how it sounds from the inside, eh? That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And while I'm actually in the cockpit, let me show you guys this. So, you know, in most racing games, when you turn left or right side the interior, you can only do like maybe a 90-degree angle when you turn left or right. Well, in the Crew Motorfest, inside the interior, your driver will actually turn the wheel 160 degrees. Yes, that's right. No more, you know, left or right. You know, it's 160 degrees rotation. Pretty good, pretty good. Even in the Crew 2 you didn't have that, but in this game there's definitely a little bit more realism. So that is pretty cool. Alright, here we go to the next playlist, which is the Hawaii Scenic Tour, which is going to be, I believe, a off-roading playlist. Ooh. Now this looks very Hawaii-ish. And we're being shown the Ford Bronco. Not bad. You know, it's kind of crazy to think that Hawaii's actually part of the United States, because from what I've been told, when you go to Hawaii, it doesn't feel like you're in the United States. It feels like you're in a completely different country. And it really is cool that we get to have a chance to experience Hawaii in a video game, where most of the times we just experience most video games in just the mainland United States. But this is really a cool change of scenery for once. I'm really happy we get to experience a racing game in a completely different location that we don't normally get to see. Alright, let's see here.
You're in for the Hawaii Scenic Tour.
Alright, let's get the Scenic Tour on. I've been really wanting to get into the off-roading. Alright. So we got a couple of races here. Also, I forgot, we also have other activities like, you know, speed lists. Well, not speed lists, but like speed traps and slaloms and stuff like that. Photo ops and everything. And I think this one actually unlocks the fast travel, if I could see that down there. So, yeah, let's get this done quickly. Alright, we get a... Oh, this is not the off-roading. Okay, this is literally just a scenic tour. Alright, I mean, it's not bad, I guess. But still, I thought this was like off-roading and stuff, because I saw the Ford Bronco in the thumbnail. Alright, put into the Ford GT here. The car you don't really get to see too much of, not only in video games, but in real life. It's like, I don't know what it is, like, I don't see many people driving this car a lot at all. It's kind of weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. We are very far behind here. We've been put onto what looks like one of the tracks off of the little festival area. So I guess, which I guess makes sense, that we'll be racing on some of the tracks over here, because there are a lot of tracks over here. There are a lot of tracks, drift tracks, the whole kit and caboodle. So, yeah, it won't surprise me if we have a couple of races over here.
So, driver, how's the race going on this brand new Motorfest circuit? A bit intense, isn't it? But no pressure. The key word here is exploration. You don't have to win to move on to the next race. Enjoy the ride. Victory's just a bonus here.
But I still want to be in first place
and
anyway.
While we're here, let's start with a guided tour of the Motorfest grounds. Everywhere on this track, you will feel the Hawaiian connection to elements.
I would actually like to be in first place anyway.
Look at these sharks. They mark the entrance to the water area.
So far, the racing is a little bit smooth with these hypercars. Not bad. It's much smoother than it was in the Crew 2. In the Crew 2 with hypercars, it was pretty messy. Pretty messy.
These big canvas birds up there are a tribute to the last element, air. This is also where you'll find the drift track, first arena of the Drift Experience playlist.
Alright, let's see. Will I be able to make it the first place? Even though we don't need to be. I would like to be in first place. I don't know, it's just a must-have. You must always be in first place in these races. I know it's a scenic tour and stuff, the way it seems, but I gotta be in first place. I'm sorry. The competition.
Motorfest Ground Tour is coming to an end, but I still think this was a little intense for this playlist. Why don't we start the real Hawaii Scenic Tour with a more relaxed journey around this amazing island?
Right.
You'll get a real guide this time, I promise.
And that's another race down. Starting off the Hawaii Scenic Tour really strong in first place. Not bad. Pretty good. Alright, put back into the A80 Super. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'm gonna move on to the next video. But like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. Maybe like 40 minutes would be like the max. But yeah, I do want to move on to another video instead of having like almost a nearly hour-long video. So I don't want to have these videos going too long. Maybe like at least 40 minutes max, maybe. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to end this video right here. Hope to see you guys in the next The Crew Motorfest Beta gameplay.